Pro-Palestine student protests now descending on Washington Square. This after student protesters last night scuffled with police on New York University's campus. A professor of NYU's Stern School of Business says too many students are being manipulated by pro-Palestinian TikToks. NTD's Fiona G has more.
In a letter to the NYPD, NYU school officials say protesters ignored requests from the university to disperse and broke through school barriers. Protests on the campus turned violent as demonstrators threw bottles and chairs at police officers. At least 133 individuals were arrested and charged with trespassing. Plywood fortifications were seen being erected around the NYU campus today. Protests also continue at Columbia University. Police received reports of flags being ripped out of Israeli students' hands, but no reports of physical violence. The school has announced that all classes on the main campus will move to online or hybrid instruction for the rest of the semester. Critics are calling for the resignation of Columbia University President Minouche Shafik. They say she is incapable of protecting Jewish students and regulating the conflict. At a news conference earlier today, Mayor Adams stated that he believes the anti-Israel protests are attracting unrelated parties who take advantage of the chaos to incite violence. He said not all protesters are from the student body and that the right to peaceful protest does not include the violence witnessed last night. He also emphasized the NYPD's commitment to protecting the public.
The number of bottles that were thrown, chairs thrown at them, people who peacefully protest for an issue, they're not throwing bottles and chairs. And so we know that we have acknowledged and saw across the country, there are people who come, have nothing to do with the issue, and they want to aggravate. Why is everybody's tent the same? Was there a fire sale on those tents? There's some organizing going on. You know, there's a well-concerted organizing effort. And what's the goal of that organizing? That's what we need to be asking ourselves.
Unrest continues at colleges across the nation. Protesters remain on Yale grounds one day after 45 demonstrators were arrested. Similar anti-Israel events are happening at Harvard and MIT. Activists not affiliated with universities marched towards NYPD headquarters last night with flares. Fiona G., NTD News.